On this screen is a girl named Misty Copeland. Now, what she's doing, she may make this look easy, but really, it took her a lot of hard work and effort for many years to get to where she is today. Born on September 10th, 1982 in Kansas City, Missouri, is a girl named Misty Copeland. Misty grew up with a big family. She lived with 3 other siblings and her mom. Her siblings were named Erica, Chris, and Doug Jr. However, her family kept getting bigger, with her mom marrying and dating many guys, constantly picking up and leaving, and taking all the kids with her. Her mom had married a guy named Harold when Misty was very young. Harold was nice and funny and had a daughter named Lindsay that Misty got along with well. Unfortunately, he was an alcoholic. This affected Misty's entire family. When Misty was just 7 years old, she, her family, along with Lindsay, had to leave Harold. A couple of years later, Misty's mom married a guy named Robert. Unlike Harold, Robert was mean and abusive. For example, if he caught Misty's brothers having a disagreement, he would make them physically fight each other. He would also say rapacious and racial things to Misty's siblings. Once again, Misty's family had to leave. In middle school, Misty became the captain of her drill team. The coach then suggested that she go to the Boys and Girls Club. Weeks after weeks of Misty being part of the Boys and Girls Club, the coach, Cynthia Bradley, saw potential in her. She believed that one day Misty could have a career as a ballet dancer. She then did a performance of a different version of the Nutcracker called the Chocolate Nutcracker. The coach, Debbie Allen, said, "She's an incredibly gifted ballerina. She is a child that dances with her soul." In 1998, she did a performance at the Los Angeles Music Spotlights Awards and won. This gave her many opportunities. That summer, she did a summer intensive program at the San Francisco Ballet Company, which is one of the top ballet companies in the country. Because Misty danced so much, she had to move in with her coach from the Boys and Girls Club. That summer, Misty's mom wanted her to come home. However, Cynthia disagreed. This argument lasted for months and got even worse when Misty tried to get herself emancipated. Emancipated means that you're allowed to be independent even though you are a minor. This all happened when Misty was just 15 years old. Misty's mom, after months and months of the fight, Misty's mom ended up winning the argument and Misty was forced to move back home. During this time, her mom started to date a guy named Alex. After losing their car and even their house, this forced them to move into a motel in San Pedro. Misty said, "It was one of the hardest times in my childhood." It wasn't until a couple of months later, in the year 2000, that Misty won another scholarship to dance at ABT, which stands for the American Ballet Theater. She did many performances like the Nutcracker, Romeo and Juliet, Golanera et le Corsaire, which she danced in 2013, Swanilda and Copelia, which she danced in 2014, Swan Lake, which she danced in 2015, and her famous performance, The Firebird, which she also danced in 2015. She even was in a Broadway show and danced and played the lead role of Ivy Smith on the musical On Town by Leonard. Not only this, but she also got to be on tour and be in one of the music videos of Prince himself. Over the next 14 years of Misty being a ballet dancer, she faced many challenges, but also made many accomplishments. She faced 3 major challenges in her life. As she got to be a better ballet dancer, she also developed many body structures of an adult. Her waist got smaller, her hips got more wide and more curvy, and she gained more muscle. Her coaches even told her that she needed to lengthen. This meant that she needed to lose weight. This caused Misty to have an eating disorder. In Manhattan, where Misty lived, was a bakery called Krispy Kreme's. Every day, Misty would order a dozen pastries and eat the whole box. The only reason she wasn't gaining any weight was because of all the ballet dancing. She also received many negative things on her skin color. For example, if she was auditioning for a ballet performance, she would not get the lead role even though she was the best one there. This was all just based on her skin color. She also suffered from a back and knee injury. She recovered from her knee injury quickly, but her back took a whole year to heal. This meant that she was unable to learn new ballet skills and techniques for a whole year. Despite the many challenges that Misty faced, she also had many accomplishments. For example, after hearing many negative comments on her skin and body shape, she decided to be part of ABT's Project Plie, which is a program for dance instructors who live in racial communities. She also got to be in Diet Dr. Pepper and Under Armour commercials. Not only this, but she's also the author of 3 books, one of them called Life in Motion, An Unlikely Ballerina, The Firebird, and A Ballerina's Body. In her performance, Swan Lake, she became the first African American to play the lead role as Odette. She also got to be a guest on So You Think You Can Dance. This accomplishment, though, was life-changing for Misty. It had been her dream since she was a little girl. She became the first African American principal dancer to dance at ABT. Over the 75 years of ABT being a company, Misty was the first. Now, I'm not saying she just got all these opportunities, nor was she just given all this talent. She had to work for it. Over her career and her childhood of having to deal with abusive and mean husbands of her moms and being made fun of just because of what she looks like. Like Misty says, success isn't handed to us, we earn it. Thank you.